Rapunzel. Once upon a time, there lived a man and a woman who wished for a child more than anything, but for many years their wish did not come true. One day, the woman began to hope again that a baby might soon be born. Behind their house was a small window that looked into a beautiful garden full of bright flowers and fresh green herbs. But no one dared to enter the garden because it belonged to a witch named Bella. She was very powerful, and everyone was afraid of her. Bella was not only powerful, but also terribly greedy. More than anything, she loved gold. She filled her house with golden cups, bracelets, and crowns, and she could spend hours staring at their glittering shine. Yet, no matter how much she had, it was never enough. Cunning and sly, Bella was always searching for new ways to gather more gold. One day, the woman stood by the window, gazing down into the garden, and saw a bed planted with the freshest, greenest Rapunzel. She felt such longing and desire to eat some of it that her craving grew stronger each day. Knowing she couldn't have it, she became pale and miserable. Seeing this, her husband became worried and asked, "What troubles you, dear wife?" "Oh," she replied, "if I don't get some Rapunzel from the garden behind our house, I shall surely die." The husband, who loved her dearly, thought, "I cannot let my wife die. Whatever it costs, I will get her some Rapunzel." As evening fell, he climbed over the garden wall, quickly picked a handful of Rapunzel, and brought it to his wife. She eagerly made it into a salad and ate it all up. It tasted so delicious that the next day she craved 3 times as much. To find peace, the man had to enter the garden again. But as he climbed down the wall this time, he was terribly frightened to see Bella, the witch, standing before him. "How dare you," she said angrily, "climb into my garden and steal my Rapunzel like a thief? You will suffer greatly for this. Please," he begged, "have mercy. It was only out of great need that I did this. My wife saw your Rapunzel from the window and was overcome by such desire that she would have died if she hadn't eaten some." Bella's anger softened, and she said, "If what you say is true," said Bella, her eyes narrowing, "you may take as much Rapunzel as you wish. But hear my condition. If your wife gives birth to a girl with hair as golden as the sun, you must give her to me. Such a child is precious, and I will raise her as my own." In his fear, the man agreed to everything. And when at last the child was born, Bella appeared and named the baby Rapunzel, after the plant that had started it all. Yet she also whispered with delight, for the little girl's hair already shone like golden threads. With a gentle spell, Bella took the baby into her care. Deep in a hidden forest, Bella kept her in a tall, lonely tower, without doors or stairs, hiding her away from the world. There, high above the trees, Rapunzel grew in the gentle light of the sky, becoming the most beautiful girl anyone could ever dream of, with hair that sparkled like sunshine and shone bright as pure gold. Each morning, Bella would sit the girl down and gently comb her shining hair. Now and then, a few golden strands came loose, and Bella caught them greedily. She carried the precious hairs to her cauldron, boiled them with secret herbs, and turned them into glittering coins and dazzling jewelry. For Bella, Rapunzel's hair was more valuable than any treasure in the world. Years passed swiftly, and when Rapunzel blossomed into her 18th year, her golden hair had grown so long and bright that it gleamed like sunlight across the tower walls. Whenever Bella wished to enter, she stood below and called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Hearing Bella's voice, she would loosen her braids, wrap them around a hook by the window, and her hair would cascade 20 yards down, allowing Bella to climb up. But Bella did not climb the tower, only to see Rapunzel. She also came to collect more of the girl's golden hair, which she used to craft necklaces, rings, and other gold things. This was the true reason she never wanted to let Rapunzel go. A few months later, the king's son was riding through the forest and passed by the tower. He heard such lovely singing that he stopped to listen. It was Rapunzel, who passed her lonely hours by singing sweetly. The prince searched for a door, but none could be found. Though he rode home, her singing touched his heart so deeply that he returned every day to listen. One day, hiding behind a tree, he saw Bella approach and heard her call. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." If you're enjoying this magical tale, please like the video and subscribe. It would really help our little channel. Rapunzel lowered her braids and Bella climbed up. "If that's the ladder," thought the prince, "I must try my luck too." The next evening, as darkness fell, he approached the tower and called, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Immediately, the hair fell down, and he climbed up. Rapunzel was frightened at first, for she had never seen a man before. But the prince spoke gently, telling her how deeply her singing had touched him. Rapunzel lost her fear, and when he asked if she would marry him, seeing he was young and kind, she thought, "He'll love me better than old Bella," and said yes, placing her hand in his. "I would gladly go with you," she said, "but I don't know how to get down. Each time you visit, bring a skein of silk. I will weave a ladder from it, and when it's ready, I'll climb down and you can carry me away on your horse." They agreed he would visit every evening, for Bella came by day. Bella knew nothing until Rapunzel foolishly said one day, "Tell me, Bella, why are you so much heavier to pull up than the young prince who arrives in moments?" "Oh, Rapunzel," cried Bella, feeling angry and disappointed. "I tried to keep you safe here, but you haven't listened to me." In her anger, Bella took scissors and gently cut Rapunzel's long, beautiful hair, letting the golden strands fall softly. Then she led Rapunzel far away to a quiet place, deep in the wilderness, so the prince wouldn't find her. That same evening, Bella fastened the cut braids to the window hook, when the prince arrived and called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Bella let the long golden hair tumble down the tower wall. The prince climbed up, his heart full of joy, thinking he would finally see Rapunzel. But at the top of the tower, he did not find his beloved. Instead, Bella was waiting for him, her eyes sharp and angry. Cried Bella, "So you came for Rapunzel?" Poor prince, the sweet bird is gone from the nest, and you will never see her again. Filled with sadness, the prince left the tower and found himself lost in a thick forest. He wandered there for a long time, eating berries and hoping that someday he would see Rapunzel again. Eventually, he stumbled upon the wilderness where Rapunzel lived. Hearing a familiar voice, he moved closer. Rapunzel recognized him, threw her arms around his neck, and wept. Overjoyed, he led her back to his kingdom, where they were welcomed with happiness and lived happily together for a long, long time.